Welcome to Dumpster Diving, where we look at something horrible from the past. Today, Seventh Heaven. Before we begin, I'd like to thank the random person who suggested this episode on a Funny or Die video. If you have a suggestion for something you'd like to see on Dumpster Diving, just leave a comment on this or any other video on YouTube, and we'll get to it. The episode begins with Lucy having a sleepover with her new bestie Nicole. We've never seen Nicole before, and we'll never see her again, so we can all figure out where this is headed. Lucy asks Nicole if she was stranded on a desert island, if she'd rather be with Matt Damon, Leonardo DiCaprio, or Danny Johnson from their biology class. Nicole passes up the chance to be part of DiCaprio's Pussy Posse and decides on Danny Johnson. Mary's being an imaginary cockblock and is clearly annoyed with these two 15-year-olds. Although Mary should be mad at her mom. She wouldn't have to share this bedroom if her mom hadn't taken so many trips to desert islands with their dad. Nicole says she's too ugly to date Danny Johnson, and Lucy tells her to think positively. Downstairs, Mrs. Camden is going to town on a corn dog and dipping it in mayonnaise. Holy hell, I thought this was a Christian show. Mary comes down and complains that she can't study because of the double dose of jailbait talking about boys in her room. Mr. Camden offers his office, and her mother scolds her for leaving her reading assignment till the last minute. Mary isn't hearing that noise, though. Her spidey sense has gone off the rails about this Nicole character. Given what actually became of Alison Mack and her weird sex slave cult, I'm chalking this one up as a win for Mary. In the other room, Ruthie tries to get Simon to play with her. God may be all-powerful, but I don't even think he could convince me that these two are actually related. Simon says he has to study, but Ruthie says she doesn't because she's naturally smart and a gifted athlete. Simon tells her that because of this, she won't be getting much attention when the twins arrive, since she's doing great without extra help. Matt's at the library and he spots a pretty girl named Becky. He says they share a class together and she complains she did poorly on the test. Matt says he got an A.
Oh, I could use your A.
Matt only wants to know if she could use his D and asks her out. Becky shuts him down and bails. Matt is stunned and says he's losing it. At school, Lucy is going through a Sephora sampler in her locker before meeting up with Nicole, who's just standing mute in the middle of the hall. Nicole says she's worried that Lucy wasn't going to come because she's her only friend, and Mary passes by them, giving the two of them the stink eye. The new rumor is that Danny Johnson just broke up with his girlfriend and he's coming this way. Lucy tells Nicole to say hi and she does, but Danny just chuckles and keeps walking. Seems like a great guy. I'll bet his best friend is that rapist from 13 Reasons Why. The teacher gives a pop quiz, which they aren't prepared for, and he tells them that he wants to see them after class. Back at home, Matt is irritated, and his dad recognizes that look from the mirror when he was 17. He knows he's been rejected. Apparently this is the first time he's ever been rejected, and his dad tries to give him a pep talk, but it only makes Matt angrier. His mom comes in and does everything but call him schmoopy. None of it helps though, and Matt leaves despondent. Lucy's biology teacher tells her and Nicole that they're both failing, and they need to pull their grades up or repeat the class. Mary, this episode's designated snitch, listens in on the conversation and tells Lucy that she'd better come clean, or she'll do it for her. That night at dinner, Dad asks about school, and Lucy lies to his face. Ruthie comes in and says that she failed her math test because she wrote 51 for every answer, which is 18 less than a teenage boy would have written. She's done this because she interpreted Simon's words to mean that she should start struggling in school to keep getting attention. She asks her mom for help with her math homework, and the mom agrees. Ruthie might be smart, but she fails subtlety and turns and gives Simon a double thumbs up right in front of the parents she's trying to manipulate. Mary calls Lucy out and says that Nicole is the reason she's acting like a brat. Mary has clearly never seen this show. Lucy tells her to butt out of her life. Simon warns Ruthie that if she keeps failing tests, she's going to be riding the short bus. Mary snitches on Lucy. She demands that Lucy get in trouble, but they say they're going to wait and see if Lucy comes clean on her own. They then remind Mary of the family motto, snitches get stitches, and Mary stomps out. Upstairs, Matt pulls Mary into his room. He's gone full manic and demands Mary to name things about him that women wouldn't like. Mary opens up about all the things she doesn't like about Matt, and he kicks her out of his room. Mom and Ruthie are studying, and Ruthie answers all the questions wrong. Ruthie says they'll have to study every night even after the babies come. Mom says Ray Charles could see through that shit. Dad talks to Lucy about biology, and he says he'll tutor her and Nicole until they get their grades up. Even though she lives in a house with roughly 50 people, Mary still opens a closed bathroom door and walks in on Nicole doing some biology homework of her own, cutting herself. At college, Matt finds the girl who rejected him and offers to help her study. She accepts, and it looks like Matt is going to get wet after all. Mary and Lucy are arguing at the stairs, and the parents show up. Mary comes clean about what she saw, and Lucy doesn't believe her. She says that Mary would say anything to split up their friendship, and Mary says she was only looking out for Lucy and her friend. I don't see how, though, because even after Mary found out about this, she didn't try to get Nicole help. All she wanted to do was get Lucy away from her. Did she think that she was bleeding herself because she had the plague? Nicole's dad comes over and Mr. Camden tells him that menstruating isn't the only bleeding that his daughter's doing. The dad already knows. She had been doing this before and stopped. He's upset that she's cutting again. We get shades of an after-school special, and Camden recommends a place in Chicago that helps with this problem. Matt and Becky are studying at her apartment, and Becky's boyfriend shows up. That's why she rejected him. She didn't tell him the reason because she must have known she was on a television show and needed to create tension. Lucy and Mary make up and have a pillow fight. Nicole comes over to say goodbye. She's moving to Chicago to join the program. She says it won't be forever though, because if she does well in the program, she'll be back next semester. Only we never see her again, because she probably fucking started a sex trafficking cult. Lucy, you dodged a bullet there. Thanks for watching this episode of Dumpster Diving. Come back every Thursday for more episodes, and every Tuesday for deleted chapters from famous novels. Please like, subscribe, hit that bell icon to be notified when new episodes come out. Check the description for our social medias and websites of interest. Thanks again for watching. See you next time.